to get started. So what I do first is I actually use our Minerals foundation to two shade lighter, one shade lighter, depending on what you're going for, to knock out the red. So you're seeing some red in my face and definitely dark circles underneath my eyes, a little bit on my chin. So I'm just going to actually tone that down a little bit just by using our Minerals to do that. All I do is I put a little bit on my brush, and then I tap it into the cap, and then you can tap it out if you want, or just keep tapping it down into the cap. And you can already see where it's taking away that red. And then I go around my nose, down my nose, and then I kind of just touch over here as well. With Minerals, you're not going to get the liquid feel unless you mix it with a toner or a moisturizer, or maybe even a little bit of water. Some people prefer the dry, but some people like it into a liquid. So I love that it's versatile. You get to decide what you want to do. With a loose foundation like this, the Minerals, whether you're using our brand or another brand, you definitely want to use like buffing motions, like circular motions, because it's going to actually push it down into your pores, into your skin. They're not going to block your pores or anything like that. Our products are non-nanoparticles, so they're not small enough to actually like cause any kind of issues that way. It just makes them spread a little bit better. We have no toxins and no fillers in it. And some mineral makeup, not ours, they use an ingredient called bismuth oxychloride. It's actually a chemical, and it lets it spread a little bit better. So ours doesn't have that. So you're just going to need to, learn the technique and be able to buff that out. So you can already see some of the red is going away. The camera looks like it's picking up a lot of the red on my shirt as well. So, so you'll see some of that. Okay, now what I'm going to do, so concealer's done. And it normally won't take me that long to do it. I'm just talking as I'm going. So what I do is I have a little bit in my cap. I kind of tap most of that out to where it's just a little bit left. You can kind of see there's just a little bit of powder in there. It looks like it's kind of shifting down. And I'll just dunk my brush to where it kind of gets into the brush that way. And then I'm just going to make circular motions all over my face to get that mineral in. I move my face around just because it's funny, but also probably to kind of make sure it's getting everywhere. I'm going to go over my eyes and where I did that concealer up onto my forehead, and just keep on adding as needed. With a mineral like ours, you don't have to use a whole lot. So you can always build, start off small, and then you can build up to that the coverage that you want to get. I love how natural they are. I'm going to kind of just tap my ears a little bit because they're red, even that. We were in the sun on Saturday, so even my neck and stuff is red. You want to get down on your neck. A lot of people forget that, and so especially if there is a drastic difference in your foundation color from your neck. There shouldn't be, but sometimes, we might forget from the summer to winter colors, but don't forget to get your neck as well. Also, when you're using your cleanser, don't forget to get your face, but also your neck. Okay. So just using circular motions all over, and I get good coverage, and then I have a great foundation of foundation. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with our eyeshadow. A lot of people do eyeshadow before their foundation, and that's okay. If you already have a technique that works for you, go ahead and use that technique. I think that it's great in any kind of art form. There's multiple ways to do multiple things, so use what works for you. I think of Van Gogh and then I think of all the different painters like Impressionism and all that. It's all different, and so there's different techniques to do it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually taking our Sun Kissed bronzer. and I'm going to use it as, I'm going to swipe it right over my eyes, and then I'm going to start building on my color. A crummy day? Change it. Okay, so this I'm just going to give as like a, just like a base. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to just taking a cloth and just wiping my brush off just to get the extra bronzer off there, because I'm going to use a white next. This is a palette I got from the Boss Babes, our owners, way back when we were testing out this kit, and I'm actually still using my colors, you can see. So there's a little bit of the white gone in the middle, but I use this color all the time. I use it to highlight right underneath my brow line and in the corners of my eyes, and sometimes I'll even go in the center. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. With the palette colors, they're really bold as well, so you don't have to use a whole lot. You can already see I have a very white defined definitive line here and not so much on this side. So it doesn't take a lot, and you can always blend it out if you get it too dark. I just like to make this brow line defined. And I'm going to do it over here. Okay, now I'm going to come inside my eyes, make sure I don't have any sleep in there. And then I'm just going to tap that. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's really defined. It's a pretty purple color. And then I'm going to buff it out. Can you guys see that? Okay. I'm going to use our Misty Gold, which is a very gold, beautiful shadow, loose mineral. And I'm going to get a little bit on the brush, and I'm just going to push it into my eyelid. Okay, we do not have a eyeliner in a stick. However, our minerals can be used for multiple purposes. So we love that you can use our shadows to get your eyeliner. So what I've already done is I've just put a little bit of water in here. You can also use toner or a moisturizer, anything that you want to make it moist. And I just put a little bit into the cap. And then I just use an angled brush. You can also use a longer angled brush. This one's more of a pointier angle brush, and I prefer it. So that's what I'm going to try to do here on my eyes. I'm just mixing it up, making sure that the liquid's kind of getting around there on the brush. And then here we go. Sometimes I use a little bit more water than I should, so you kind of want to check that if you want to go touch it up or add a little bit more of the minerals. All right, so now you can see that I have my eyes line. I'm going to go on the bottom. Just ever so slightly. Now if you get a little bit of fallout from your shadow, you can buff that off with your brush, or you can use your concealer brush again, this one, and you can just tap it out. Or you can use your foundation brush and buff it out. I like to use the remainder from my eyeliner to use as my lip liner. A lot of people don't do that, but it's something I've done forever, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I love browns, natural earth colors. Okay, so now I have a little bit of the liner, and then I'm going to take our Cabernet, which is our tinted lip balm. It has a little bit of peppermint in it. It's a beautiful color, and I'm just going to do a swipe. You can make these bold like a lipstick just by using more than one swipe. And then what I do, y'all, is I actually take just a little bit of the white vanilla frosting into my finger, and I just put it on top to tone it down. And by doing that, it makes it stay a whole lot longer. So that is my look today. I did forget to do a bronzer on my cheeks, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Little on my nose, little on my chin, and I'm done. Pretty easy, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that this was helpful.